Hi friends, I'm Ron Strong and I'm here with my friends from Annie's to talk a little bit about Annie's Hook and Needle Club. Annie's Hook and Needle is this amazing crochet slash knitting subscription club in which every month you get this shipment full of yarn and you get a pattern. Now that pattern can be from anything for let's say a shawl or coasters, which is what I received this month. Now the unique thing about this club specifically is that each item that's presented, so let's say the coasters, there's a crochet version and a knit version. The yarn that's supplied will make either the crochet or the knit version. You choose which one that you want to make. Now, I love this concept because for years I've received questions from people that say, Ron, I like this crochet item, but I would love a knit pattern, or I love this knit pattern, can I have a crochet pattern? This solves all of your issues. I think it's really cool. I think it's really unique. And the Hook and Needle Club makes crocheting and knitting and creating easy. So check out the link in the description down below for more information about Annie's Hook and Needle Club. While you're there, make sure you subscribe to our channel. Make sure you hit the little bell so that you'll be notified every time we upload a new video. And let's get into today's tip. So here's the dealio. I love coasters, but I hate fringe. And this month, I received in my Annie's Hook and Needle Kit Club shipment the pattern for the Little Bit mug rugs. Now there's a crochet version and a knit version of this pattern. This is the crochet version, and this is the knit version. So you can see that they're pretty similar. Let's do a little side by side. There's the knit, there's the crochet. You can kind of see they're pretty similar. They both have fringe, which means I knew I wasn't going to add fringe because I'm not a fringe person. I don't like making it, and it's not a whole lot of fun. So, but when I finished this, I knew that I had to make as many of these little mug rugs as I could. And you can tell that they're nice little rectangles. They're good size for a nice large coffee cup or, you know, adult beverage in the summer on the back patio, what have you. But I absolutely think that these are perfect for gifts. I think that this pattern was so easy to whip up, and it was really, really fast, and it was a lot of fun. But I wanted to give you a kind of unique tip, one that I don't know if you've had before. And that's how to make sure that your mug rugs will stand the test of time. Now, we're using 100% cotton yarn here, but the cotton yarn that arrived in my shipment, which is this yarn here, is super pretty, and it tells you that you can wash it on cool in the machine on gentle, and you can tumble dry it on gentle. And you want to tumble dry on low heat as well. So that made me happy. But I also thought, well, how do I keep those ends from coming out? Because no matter how much you weave in ends, they're inevitably going to come out if you're washing them a lot, if you're using that item a lot. And let's face it, coasters and mug rugs, you're going to use them a lot. So I have a surprise. I'm going to give you my #1 tip. I got to hide in here beside my table. My #1 tips for securing ends in items that are going to be used a lot, such as kitchen items. Are you ready? Eileen's Fabric Fusion. Okay, this is my go-to. I got a little saran wrap there on the top to keep it fresh. So Eileen's is the go-to fabric glue for really everyone. I love this. I love this stuff. I think it's great. It's machine washable. It's non-toxic. It dries clear and flexible, and it is permanent. Now, I've not tested the permanency of washing it a bunch of times, but it says that it's machine washable and permanent. So I'm going to take it with a grain of salt and just say I may have to reapply. But how do I mix Eileen's Fabric Fusion and a crochet coaster in order to make sure that the ends will never come out? Well, let's flip this little puppy over. Now, with the pattern, you'll notice that the final edging, I'm not giving too much away here, but your final edging, you're crocheting, you're working a single crochet all the way around. What I did was I crocheted over my ends and I wove them in. You can see some of them popping out here. Then I went through some of these stitches and clusters down here and then back through just this edge. I wanted to make sure that the very ends of the tails that I wove in were right here at the top. Then I grabbed a little fabric fusion and all I did was dot it all the way along just the one short end, okay? Then I flipped it over. I did the same thing on the other side. I wove those ends, I kind of brought them down, back up, but I made sure that the very, very end of those yarn tails were at and along this short horizontal side. I grabbed some more Eileen's and I just went all the way along. Now, what that does, because we're using cotton, that cotton will absorb all of the Eileen's fabric fusion. It'll seep into each of these stitches and it'll give you a nice solid yet flexible line of glue there that will keep your ends in. Now you can wash this, you can dry it, you can use it until it falls apart. And that fabric fusion will keep those ends in. They will never come out. I've tried this with another product called Fray Check, but I didn't find that I had as much success as I did with the Eileen's fabric fusion. Now you could probably use any glue, any fabric glue, but you want it to be flexible, you want it to be washable, and you want it to be permanent and preferably non-toxic because we're going to be putting this around drinks. This is going to be on tables, you know, pets, kids can grab it off. So non-toxic is best. But I think that is the coolest tip. And did I mention it kind of gives you a little non-slip surface? That's the other cool part. You can feel the glue. I'm not going to lie. You can feel that it's there. And you can see it. Hopefully you can see it in the camera. It gets a little shiny because we're applying glue to yarn, so we're going to see it a little bit. But when it's flipped over like this, you can't tell anything. And no one needs to know that you put them down there. And the ends are going to stay fashioned in. Now, ideally, would you have to put it along this entire short end? Not really. You could find just where the ends are. These two ends are kind of sticking out here. You could just tack those down and you'd be okay. But I'm not making these for anybody. I'm making them for myself. They're going to sit outside on my porch. So I wanted to make sure that they were going to stay together. I mean, we got humid summers here in the South. We like to sit out on our porch as much as possible. So these are going to get some good wear and tear. So I hope you enjoyed that tip. And I hope you'll take a minute to check out the Annie's Hook and Needle Kit Club. I think it's so much fun. It's so cool. I've enjoyed every single shipment that I received. We did another video here on the Annie's YouTube channel called the Sedona Shawl, where I compared the knit version of a pattern to the crochet version and just gave you some kind of pros and cons to work in both and what they looked like. And I think it's so cool when we can have a knit version and a crochet version of the same pattern. Isn't that cool? All right. Well, my friends, I'm Ron Strong. Until next time, I will see you later and happy stitching. Bye, guys.